Okay, you all come in, hit that like, hit that share button. I have not live stream from my desktop in so long and my laptop that, you know what, I am a little confused. I thought I would never say that. But you all come in, I'm going to figure this out. Let me connected. Hello, 12. Tuning in from New Orleans. Seem like I'm just, you know what? That's why I usually just live stream from my phone because my Wi-Fi from my laptop is always seems to be slow and lagging. Hello, 12. Will you do me a favor since you're the first person I see come in here? Hello, Lee, aka Liz Brown. You all give me a sound check. At least give me a sound check. If my internet is going to be slow, let me know how the sound is. And I can't connect. I do have other Wi-Fi services, but I can't connect to it because only my daughter, okay, the sound is good, knows the password, and she is asleep. But let me try one more time. Okay, so I'm going to have to use the slower internet. I do have another internet, but only my daughter knows the password and she sleeps, so I don't even want to wake her up, I promise you. So we're going to go with this. Thank you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. You all, this is really what motivated me to go live today. Someone on my Facebook account reminded me again. I just come from the gym, so this is my gym workout. Someone on my Facebook reminded me, sent a screenshot of the buy crypto suckers, and I was like, you know what, gym sweat and all, let me go live. All right, let me do this. Let me go live. So you all, hey, let's go. If my internet is lagging, I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I do have a new internet service, but the password is not working. So for this live stream, I'm just going to stay connected to my own. And you all, I'm also, there we go, have to figure out how to use all of these gadgets and how to share my screen. I am like seriously rusty. So you all give me some motivation. Type in Crypto Queen if you are watching this live or on the replay. Come on, reignite my mental for this crypto world and live streaming. So let's go to x.com. I saw this post. I want to share it. ISO 200022 again goes live tomorrow, July 14th. But what does that mean for XRP? Everyone's streaming. XRP is ISO 200022 compliant, but most don't even understand what that actually means. Let's break it down. So when you look at this graph that's shared on this account, ISO 200022 goes live. What does that mean for ISO, which is just the messaging system? So what does that mean for XRP. Well, you see that it is actually RippleNet that's been compliant. Even before I've been weeks and months without live streaming, I told you all during that time that it was actual RippleNet that was ISO compliant to the messaging system, not XRP. And that's just a Google search away, right? You can just Google it. Thank you. You can just Google it and you will find that XRP is not ISO compliant. So that was a miscommunication on social media on these live streaming for a long, long time. Now, RippleNet is. There have been people that ask me, well, Queen, how do I purchase RippleNet? How do I purchase Ripple stock because of this? And RippleNet, the company, XRP is per se the crypto, or more so it is the technology, right? And I really want to pull up some of the replies to see what other people are saying. But I'm really just happy that there are some people at this point that do understand that RippleNet and XRP are different, right? I've explained it this way, that Apple is the company, for example. iPhone is the product or one of the products. Then you got the iPad, right? Same thing with Ripple XRP. So it's not a coin. XRP is not a coin. It's not a blockchain. But ISO 20022 is a global messaging standard that allows financial institutions to communicate in a unified system. That's all it is, right? In a data-rich format. So think of it as upgrading the world's payment system from fax, if you are familiar with the fax machine, to a more encrypted type of email standard, a very much faster communication system. Now, why is this important for tomorrow? What does this mean? Because the U.S. Fed Wire Funds Service, which settles trillions in payments, is switching to this ISO 20022 format. So this is going to bring the United States in line with Europe, SWIFT, and the rest of this modernized financial system. And it's a big deal. Now, RippleNet, right? RippleNet, which we saw on the decoding that I do of The Simpsons episode, I think is season 30. I know it's a flipping, season 31, episode 13, or might be the reversal, right? It's just how I'm a little rusty, but it's fast, it's global, it's already 20022 or 20022 compliant. So this means that RippleNet can directly integrate with the upgraded banking infrastructure that's going live tomorrow. And so we have Basel III or Basel III. Banks have to be Basel III compliant. Some say Basel III, right? Tomato, right? Meaning that they have to have the actual assets to back that monetary system of accounts and balances that they're saying that they have in their checking account. Now, let me make that plain and simple for you, right? That means when you go to the bank and you want to withdraw under $10,000, say it's $9,999. They may or may not even have that amount of cash on hand at the bank. And it's not a security problem or issue. Banks just don't keep that amount of money. They usually don't have it on hold. And that's how that works. Well, Basel III is supposed to hold banks accountable, right? To back fiat currency with actual sound assets and sound money. This is why I've been telling you all about silver, your copper, and gold, right? Your silver, your copper, and your gold. And so XRP will be used, however, with RippleNet as a bridge asset. XRP again within itself of itself is not compliant to the messaging system to 20.0022 because crypto tokens do not use messaging formats. Please hear me and understand this, right? Crypto tokens do not use messaging formats. So Ripple is compliant, and XRP is going to be used RippleNet as a bridge asset, and that's the difference. Now, why was this confused for years? Because social media love buzzwords. Saying that XRP is ISO 20.0022 compliant sounds very bullish, but in the same token, it's misleading. So again, ISO 22 is a messaging upgrade. RippleNet is the messaging system. XRP is the asset that will be used inside that system. So let's say RippleNet is the pipes and XRP is the water flow, right? So is XRP affected by this, by ISO 20.0022 compliance? Absolutely. It is absolutely is. Here's why. When global payment rails switch to this messaging system, systems like RippleNet can integrate more easily. So RippleNet will have more adoption. XRP would then have more utility. More utility means more demand. Now, XRP, that bridge asset, right, used inside RippleNet, the United States will now join the modern financial system. So you're not early because you're buying XRP. You're early because you actually understand it. ISO 20.0022 is a quiet foundation. XRP is like the rocket fuel. Now, do I believe we're going to see, 500 XRP? I don't know. But you do have some other tokens. Let me share my screen. Some people will just be glad to see $5.89. I know I'll be one of them to see 589 XRP. Now, other ISO compliant tokens. This is going to show smile on the screen, but you all hit the thumbs up, right? Hit the thumbs up and let me know if the Wi-Fi is showing a clear picture for you. Like and share this video, and this is the most that I can enlarge this, but these are the ISO compliant token list, which is XLM. Also, XLM and PayPal are in talks of making a collaboration through PayPal. I explained to you all that XLM will be the payment system for the people, right? XRP will be that domestic transfer of domestic funds, taking out the need of a middleman, right? Middle banker to convert funds without already having it. And I'm so rusty, I can't even think what that is right now. I used to say it all the time, but the conversion of currencies. So they don't have to hold it in here it is, Nostros Vostros account, where the funds already had to be pre-funded. It can just convert into one currency into another, which is great for BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and other countries who want to be off the United States dollar. So then we have XDC, Zenfin mentioned heavily on S. Simpson's episode 1331, Algorand, IOTA, and you all, I hope you have not forgotten about Quant and this messaging financial system as well. Now, the other part of what I came to live stream about is let's break this down. The new filing of crypto blue chip ETF. I don't have like a lot of CRO. If you all want to do whole CRO with knife, which is crypto.com, main meme coin. I don't have a lot of CRO, but I still have my CRO. In fact, I still have a lot when it was initially named MCO token, the MCO token. And that has gained a lot of percentage-wise and gains with me, for me, than actual CRO itself. When I'm saying CRO, CRO, I'm talking in terms of chronos, right? And let's read this. Hello, my friend, says Metal Blockchain went from 10 cents to 25 cents and climbing. I believe it will do the Ethereum numbers. I would love to get into XPR Proton and Metal Blockchain, but you know what? I think I'm just going to have to get a little bit more live streams in before I break that down, because that's in a totally different world. And you all know I've been not live streaming for some weeks and some months, and I don't want to just come here and get brain freeze and and so I'm gonna have to get back into live stream and get into that flow again. But thank you for that update about Metal Blockchain. Thank you for that update. So according to Eric B, I'm just gonna say Eric B on X.com, new filing from Truth Social Crypto Blue Chip ETF will be a spot crypto basket holding for Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Ether, which, hopefully, again, this is not financial advice by far, push Ether to $10,000. That's an expected price or anticipated price, or a price hoping, right? Speculated price. Solana, you all, I'm going to be honest with you all and transparent. I know over 100 sold, and I converted it, I think, into XRP. I took some advice of someone that was not studious of crypto, not even studious as I was, but just a network marketer in that field. And, I converted it. And with Solana, like $160, I mean, you do the math. I don't even want to look at my Uphold account and look at the date that I did that, because I just want to stay in denial that I made that move, right? So this is why I always tell you, do your research, do your own due diligence, fact check everything. Yeah, you do the math on that. And so it's $160, and I converted over 100 of them to XRP. My goodness. Ugh. Do not listen to anyone that does not even study crypto, right? But anyway, so Solana will be in this, according to this, XRP and Chronos. That's the allocation of assets to the portfolio assets, and it's initially expected to approximately percentages by value. So Bitcoin is leading the way, 70% of Bitcoin, 15% Ether, 8% Sol, 5% CRO, and only 2% of XRP into this blue chip. This is on the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, right? And so this is, just to get you notification, right? Some people are asking why is Chronos there, but Zach XBT said that in 2021 they burned 70 billion of CRO supply. Earlier this year, they reissued 70 billion of CRO that was burned forever via the governments. But from my research and reading, that people like, why the F CRO 5%? Wow. Trump media is planning on a collaboration with Chronos and CRO, right? And then you have the arenas, the CRO.com arenas in the sports world, that will, I believe, give CRO some leverage and could possibly be a big game changer in the crypto world. Now let's look at the numbers, right? If it does not make numbers, it does not make sense. So let's look at our crypto bubbles chart. There's Crow up 30% here in the corner. We still got Pepe and Floki. Floki has a lot of utility as well. Pepe up 29, almost 24%. Floki 12%. This meme core, I do not have it in my portfolio for the last couple of days. It has been pumping for the week. It is up 558%. At a 9.37 million market cap. So, still fresh, still new. Again, I don't know anything about it. Jasmine is up 32%. Ethereum up 16%. Penguins, I do have a couple of these, not a lot. It's at a 183 billion market cap, and it's up 89% for the week, 197% for the month. HBAR, you are up 58%. IOTA up 39%. VChain 19%. XLM, again, that collaboration with PayPal, right? Banking the unbanked. Is more money in the hands of the people than the hands of the bank. So, when you're looking at percentages, look at this. XLM up 102% in the last week. So we know that XLM is that stellar, possibly argument that it was on the 1988 Economist. It was that logo, but we all know if you study that stellar is going to be big. Then you got SDC, ZenFin up 28.4%. Now, Bitcoin on 7-11 day. What did Bitcoin do? On 7-11, the winning numbers in dice, right? Number 7, divine transition. 11, which means a change and transition as well. And usually a wealth transfer comes with that transition under the number 11. Number 11 also, that warning number is right before midnight, that 111, 1 hour before midnight, 1 hour of warning before a change is going to come. So that 7-11 started it out first. The Trump bill was passed on the 4th of July, the independence, as I have my 1977 forever shirt on as well. Hello, Crypto Jake. Hello to you. I actually said that when I came into this live stream, right? When I first started the live stream, but I'm going to say it again because I have not said it in months. To my crypto suckers. It feels great to say. You all remember when I was saying it so much that I was dealing with tonsillitis too. I have since had my eye surgery. The cloudiness in my eyes have been removed with the cataract, right? However, as you can see, I still need my glasses, however, right? But the cloudiness is gone, which was a big, if your eyes are like a white cloud is over them, of course you can't see. But my sight is, I was naturally nearsighted, and now I need glasses to see things within arm reach. But my distance view and sight is like 20/20. So I still need glasses for things within arm reach. But the cloudiness is gone. I'm so glad to have that over with. So 7-11 started the 118 with Bitcoin, right? And there's the W11 here, and you can just at least get on 1/10 of a Bitcoin, right? Which will now be around what, 11,000, almost $1,000 to just 1/10 of a Bitcoin. A fifth of a Bitcoin will range from 5,000 to 6,000. But your gains won't be there if your gains will be in the altcoins like XLM up 21% gains wise. HBAR is what, 20. H-bar is mentioned many times, which in not just the Simpsons episode, but also it's up 24%. Also in Back to the Future. What was that? Back to the Future. One of the last episodes. Say is up, and this Altcoin again. The penguin pink, whatever, I forgot. I just said it. But you got Algorand, all of these that are truly ISO in the messaging system up 26%. And I've always told you all that I'm taking some of my altcoin gains and converted more to crypto. Again, this is not financial advice. You do you. I'm the woman that came and told you I converted 100 of my sold to XRP. And Solana is already at $160. So you do your own research and due diligence. Hello, Keisha Janae, who made me hit the go live button on Facebook, reminded me of the buy crypto suckers. I don't want to say it too loud. My daughter be like, Mom, I'm trying to sleep, right? She's in there sleep. But Chainlink, I also want to give you all some update. This is, for free, not in the caption, not in my title. Chainlink just initiated a new and fully automated compliance engine. So one of the things that XRP big appeals to institution or institutional holders is compliance tooling. And I showed you Chainlink all over the Simpsons as well, right? Decoded that. So Chainlink isn't about to like just eat XRP lunch per se, but when the U.S. railroads, United States railroads finally agreed like on a common gauge, right, and stop piling up state borders and rail comments exploding, the tokenized crypto finance that's tooling this gauge is the asset that can roll from a private crypto wallet onto a public blockchain without getting derailed, per se, by a compliance problem. So big volumes of capital will, flow into Chainlink. And Chainlink is that data oracle, right? I also showed you our Flare, but Chainlink is mentioned as well. And it's the heavyweight, it's the heavyweight that's launching compliance tools that can end up setting the standard for the industry for applications of its type. So given that XRP focuses on being compliant for institutional investors. Let me say that again. XRP, that's what this fight is all about, right? They for compliance for, the institutional investors, not retail investors. It's natural for some investors to suspect that Chainlink new feature poses a threat to XRP because of it, right? So Chainlink is the data oracle, node operators, price quotes, corporate, actions, proof of reserve, smart contracts on dozens of blockchain. Is ideal for users and applications on those blockchains to use Chainlink oracles for their own purposes and smart contract. There has to be a private entity when you get institutions, when you get bankers to use your technology. This is where XPR Proton comes in, the XDC component as well, Metal blockchain, Chainlink, Flare, right? This is why they was all mentioned on that Simpsons or Decoded by me. Yes, I did. I told y'all. And you know what, Keisha, you would think that I would, be just so excited like I was when Bitcoin finally hit 100K. But I'm really not that excited to say that because I know that it's going to have to be a deep depression to reset this currency system. And it's going to be a lot of people that's going to become richer, but it's going to be a lot of people that's about to become poor as well. And the reason, like for an example, the Trump's BBB, I saw somewhere on social media where someone made a comment that, hey, I'm going to get paid on my overtime, and you know that's going to increase my pay by 40%, and I won't be taxed on it. But what they don't understand is that your overtime is probably going to get cut short. That AI and artificial intelligence is about to replace a whole lot of jobs and definitely cut some overtime. So this is the time, you all, and I'm gonna say, I told y'all on this point. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all that whatever you got left over, whatever you have, it's better to grow it into this fourth industrial revolution assets, again, not financial advice, than to just keep it depreciating in the banks. Because what this Build Back Better did is it's going to further depreciate the dollar and continue to appreciate certain cryptocurrencies and silver and copper. So Chainlink, about 45 billion in and on a Chainlink value, depends on how much is fed in it daily, which is more than any other Oracle provider. So because it sits between the data producers and the blockchain, Chainlinks can now bolt or connect new services without rewriting any ledger. It's newly launched it's called ACE, Automatic Compliance Engine. It's just another module, which is to say the optional code that users can call their screen counterparts, or they can just flag suspicious flows that flows through that. Now, Chainlink doesn't settle transactions or hold custody of asset. It does not mint tokens. It does not finalize ownership, or it does not warehouse the balances. You can think of it like the Bloomberg of crypto rather than a trading clearinghouse per se. So the design means that it can enhance any ledger, including the XRP ledger, the XRPL, without competing for the same transactional volume or capital. So any user can rely on Chainlink data and its new automated compliance logic. So it can still move money across XRP's chains and pay XRP fees along the way. So once these settlement layers are complementary, it won't, not substitute for the goods, but it will be a significant, it probably won't make a significant effect on XRP's price. It will, but Chainlink is one of the ones that I told you about, and some people was like, "Oh, Chainlink is dead." No, it's not. It's not. But you all, I do think we're going to see altcoin season later this year. We're not going to see it, but this is it. I mean, we are in this flow now. It is obvious where this fourth industrial revolution is obvious. Where our monetary system is changing. If you all have been, following me or any other cryptos, we're moving into this fourth industrial revolution, and cash is it's an asset. You need it. You need it for a transaction, but it is a depreciating asset. At least, yes, XPR Proton. I'm going to have to get some more live streams in, because XPR Proton is definitely that crypto that is under the radar, mostly not talked about. So I have to be in that mental zone and that vibe, to get into that XPR Proton. But yes, I still have it. It's been hard times, but I try to stay consistent every pay period to dollar cost average into my file. Love it, love it, love it. I am doing fine, Brian. I am doing so fine. Thank you for asking. Thank you all for tuning in. When I do, get on YouTube and listen to some other YouTubers, I don't see anyone that looks like me per se. You might have some black men, but it's not a lot of black women. And I don't even like to refer to myself as black, but it's not a lot of women with my skin tone. I'll say it that way, that that is talking about cryptocurrency. So I want to stay true to you all and keep you updated. But to say that my life, matter of fact, I logged into my portfolio today, and when I get out this live stream, I'm like missing some Ethereum. I'm like, where is my Ethereum? You know, and because it was stored in my cold wallet, and I have to see what's going on with that. And I'm just rechanging some things in my portfolio, shuffling some things. I'm getting more targeted cryptos that, you know, that I know when altcoin season pop off that I want to be in, right? We still have these tariffs is going on with Trump. For example, I feel is definitely going to affect like VeChain and things like that. So you have so many people distracted with the Iran and the tariffs and the Build Back Better, that they're not looking to build their wealth. Summertime, you know, vacationing is going on. People are really spending their money on things like vacationing versus investing in crypto. So it's going to be the true people who with discipline, right? With discipline that can, you know, not have some short-term pleasures for long-term prosperity. Oh, okay. That came out, that flowed pretty well, right? Short-term pleasures for long-term prosperity. Pipeline, yes, BTC to the moon. I have been telling people that we have gold with $3,376 a coin, an ounce. And we're telling people that Bitcoin is going to be the digital gold, right? I'm still, you know, researching BitTensor, Tau, Quant, those things. Yearn Finance, for example, you know, hit 10,000 and it's at $100 right now. So some cryptos that in the last bull run that was 5 figures, still looking at those and researching those to see what they're going to do in this new world economic system as well, new world economy. Hi, Queen. I don't know if I missed it, but what cold wallet do you have? I really don't. I don't have Ledger. I don't like really telling people what cold wallet I have, and I know, you know that. Well, I mean, I can tell you the name, brand, um, Trezor. I don't have Ledger. Some things Ledger's just been having too many glitches, you know, and for me, so I don't do that. But I'm definitely looking for my ether because I know you all think I be on top of it every day, but I don't. This is a long-term plan for me. I've been months without even, you know, going to get my cold wallet because I don't keep it at home. And even, you know, looking at it on, you know, like that on a daily basis because some of this is just a long-term hold for me. So it is what it is. I never used Ledger. It just had too many glitches in it, and it had some type of glitch in it here recently. So that's it. That's all I have for you all. I'm not going to promise you that I'm going to start live streaming more frequently because I said that, and it'll still be weeks. But I will promise you this: I'm going to live stream whenever I can. How many times that I can. But now that I have my glasses and my vision better, it's easier for me to read off the screen and live stream and share some things with you from other social media experts. Now, thank you. You just still trying too long, so behind. Someone says they have decent wallet. Okay, thank you for sharing that. Is decent a cold storage or is it digital wallet, Brian? BTC only. It's my only investment at all. And I'm of the humble opinion that BTC is the only investment that matters. Anything priced in BTC trends to zero over time. Okay, I appreciate you, Pipeline Podcast, for your humble opinion. I do believe that, okay, Cold Wallet, thank you, Brian. I do believe that other altcoins and cryptocurrency, they all have different functions. Like Our body all is the makeup of different systems. Your digestive system, your what's the seventh system of the body? I'm getting tired now. But it's all different functions, and there's different duties and responsibilities that these cryptos will do. I don't see anything wrong if someone wants to, for example, take their gains of altcoins and convert it into Bitcoin, right? Because you can get more gains percentage wise. But Pipeline Podcast, I'm sure you probably got into Bitcoin very, very early and you held on for dear life. And so if that's your scenario, if that's your situation, then I see nothing wrong. It's an old saying here in the South that there's more than one way to skin a cat, even though I've never seen a cat skin and I don't want to see a cat skin. But it's more than one way to skin a cat. And I believe there's more than one way to become a millionaire, a decamillionaire, or, a billionaire, whatever you want to be in this crypto world. And I see nothing wrong with your strategy. As long as you're successful, keep making it do what it do, right? And thank you for tuning in. The Satoshi BTC wallet could dump anytime without panic. It can still knock the price down to 60K. I'm gonna be honest, if it does knock it down to 60K, I'm just buying more. Because where Bitcoin goes, these other coins follow. Bitcoin is the pioneer. It is what it is. All of these other coins with the coin financial system will be at risk as well, not just Bitcoin. Right, but Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're the grand daddies of them all. I don't see them going anywhere, especially with institutions and corporations continuously buying more and more, and because of its limited supply as well, which is another reason why I love BitTensor because the same tokenomics that Bitcoin has, it has as well. Right, but everyone is entitled to their opinion. Again, whatever route takes you to your destination of your financial independence and prosperity, then take that route. Some other routes are different. I don't believe that there's just one path or one way or one crypto to financial independence and success, right? So that is what it is, you all. Thank you all for tuning in. As I told you, I just come from the gym and working out. So I'm going to now relax, right? Take it in for the night. And hopefully I will see you all again on July 14th and live stream in the morning. I do want to point this out as I'm saying the 111. Crypto Jake, you left that comment at exactly 10:11 Central Standard Time, and then the SPR Proton was also showing at 10:11. I know you cannot see the time, and Keisha Janae, your comment was at 10:10, so tapping into that 11:11 energy. Brian, you spoke to me at exactly 10:11 Central Standard Time. So Deuteronomy 1:11, may the Lord thy God, the God of thy ancestors, bless you and increase you 1,000 times more than 11:11 energy. You actually be incorrect. Let me read these last comments. You actually be incorrect. I first discovered BTC from Robinhood Crypto. Learn and earn when BTC was 41,000 a coin late 2023. And I can say I got into Bitcoin with market cap. Okay. Well, listen, 41,000 for some people getting in Bitcoin is cheap when it's 119,000 today, right? But the most important thing is you're in and you got in. So, hey, I totally agree, Queen. There's many ways to get there. I would say Bitcoin at the point where it gives modest gains and not life-changing wealth for those trying to get the leg up. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, if you can get higher gains in something else and then convert it into Bitcoins, right? The math has to be mathing, right? You have to make it make sense. The math has to be mapping. Like XLM up 100% on the week. So those small cryptos, can make you big gains and can make you thousands that you can convert if that's what you want to do, right? You might just want to travel the world and have adventures or buy your Lambo. I don't know. But if you want to keep some of that for long-term storage of wealth and you get the bigger gains, right, the math has to make sense. Because even at Bitcoin at 119,000, it's only up 1.65% on today. All right, you all. I'm logging off. I'm not going to overdo it. It's already been 45 minutes. Make sure you all subscribe to the channel, like, and share this video. Bye, crypto suckers. Peace. Queen out. Oh, my voice is going out on that one, too. All right, you all. Queen out.